Well, tonight, we're in your neighborhood, sharing the stories that matter most to you. Here's what's making headlines. What's in the water? A state notice that arrived today shows the stress of our river system. We'll share what it actually means for you.
It's still in the works. It's still in the works.
And it's a big day for high school sports. It's UIL Realignment Day. We'll break down what this means and how it impacts the schools in your neighborhood. Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. It's a big day for schools across the Coastal Bend. It's UIL Realignment Day, the University Interscholastic League in the governing body that sets rules and organizes almost all competitive extracurricular activities for public primary and secondary schools in Texas. Think of the UIL as a principal or regulator for school competitions. It's not just sports. It oversees music, drama, and academic contests. Its purpose is to make sure contests are fair, safe, and educational. The UIL covers thousands of schools across Texas, organizing everything from local district games to state-level championships. Well, high school coaches across Texas anxiously waited till 9 a.m. when the official realignment boxes were opened. In football, schools were placed with districts within a classification that is split into two divisions. The biggest Coastal Bend change, we're seeing Carroll move up to 5A Division 1. Miller, Moody, and King dropped to 4A Division 1, joining Calallen, Toloso Midway, and Beeville, while Sinton fell 3A Division 1. The Pirates will face teams such as Orange Grove, Goliad, West Oso, and more.
We're in a similar district back in 2020, very competitive. It was a great district, and so looking forward to renewing some of those rivalries.
It's a neat thing playing local too, because y'all do such a great job of covering everybody, and it's like you create those little rivalries, and the kids know each other. I mean, that's the great thing about playing South Texas football in the Coastal Bend.
The other sport districts look a little different than football. They won't split into divisions until right before playoffs. So what do these districts mean? They're updated every 2 years and are based on enrollment. For example, for Miller football, here's their new opponents for 4A Division 1. District 15, the Bucks dropped to 4A Division 1. They were previously 5A Division 2. That's because their enrollment numbers fell. Division 1 makes up the larger schools, while Division 2 makes up the smaller schools in each classification. The schools are put in districts based on their location. Well, new Texas laws have changed how behavior is managed at games, affecting parents and community members in the stands. The first is Senate Bill 2929. Under this new law, game officials can remove spectators for being disruptive or showing unsafe or inappropriate behavior in the stands. There's also the 3-strike rule. If a school has 3 separate incidents of a fan misconduct, they may lose their right to have officials assigned to their home games. And lastly, focus on positivity. The UIL emphasizes the Texas way, encouraging fans to cheer for their own team rather than against opponents or officials. Well, some neighbors may be wondering if their child's school was affected by realignment. We hear you, and we've got you covered. For a full list of today's realignment changes, scan this QR code on the screen with your smartphone. It will take you directly to that list, or just log on to our website, christv.com. Well, a big part of the federal government is shut down today as Congress tries to pass a long-term funding plan. Last week, the bill got stuck over concerns about ICE funding after the Minneapolis deaths. But officials say it should be brief, hopefully voting by Tuesday. Monica Alba reports.
A new week in Washington and a new federal government shutdown. But House Speaker Mike Johnson indicates he thinks this one will be short-lived.
Well, let's say I'm confident that we'll do it at least by Tuesday.
The House needs to pass 5 spending bills and extend the deadline to fund the Department of Homeland Security by 2 weeks to get things reopened. The shutdown comes after scenes like this in Minnesota, where thousands of federal agents are conducting widespread immigration raids, and after the shooting deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy by federal officers. Democrats became steadfast reforms to ICE need to be made before they'll agree to a Homeland Security budget.
We need a robust path toward dramatic reform. The administration can't just talk the talk. They need to walk the walk. That should begin today, not in 2 weeks, today.
Democrats are demanding ICE agents stop roving immigration dragnets, stop wearing masks to cover their faces, and all have body cameras before they approve long-term DHS funding. In a new interview, President Trump said he'd end the surge in Minneapolis quickly if local officials agreed to one demand.
Well, we want one thing in Minnesota. We can get out of there really fast. We want their prisoners.
Some Democrats indicating even if their demands are met, their support isn't guaranteed.
What is going on in our country is a violation of the First, Second, and Fourth Amendments. I just, in good conscience, cannot vote to give more money to ICE agents as they're violating our constitutional rights.
If the House can't agree to a deal, funding for the Coast Guard, FEMA, and TSA could all be at risk. One immediate result stemming from this latest government shutdown, the jobs report. It would normally be released this Friday, but a spokesperson says because of the partial shutdown, that data will no longer come out on that day. Monica Alba, NBC News, Washington.
Federal immigration officials are taking emergency action at a detention facility in Texas after a confirmed case of the measles. It was reported at the Dilley Immigration Processing Center. That's about an hour outside of San Antonio. It houses parents and children taken into federal custody for alleged immigration violations. ICE has shut down movement and quarantined contacts. Medical staff is monitoring and taking steps to stop the virus from spreading. Well, recent outbreaks of measles across the United States are rising. Serious concerns among public health officials. Now, case counts are climbing, especially as vaccination rates among children remain below recommended levels. The spike follows the first U.S. death from measles since 2015 and a significant rise in cases last year. A major outbreak in West Texas is largely responsible for the nationwide surge in 2025, but now we're seeing a second increase. Cases are rising again in states like Utah, Arizona, and South Carolina. Well, we now know the name of the man who was struck and killed by a train Friday night. The Nueces County medical examiner identified him as 60-year-old Larry Cantu. The accident happened just after 5 p.m. this past Friday on East Avenue A. Cantu reportedly tried to beat the train as it was passing. After he was hit, he was taken to the hospital and later died from his injuries. Thousands of Robstown water customers may get notices soon about high arsenic levels. While there's no immediate health risk, officials are investigating. WCID got a violation notice from TCEQ dated January 23rd. Tests from October to December, showed arsenic levels at about 31% over the EPA standard, 13.1 parts per billion. Officials say the federal limit is for long-term exposure, so there's no rush, but they're taking action. They're doing more tests and preparing to notify customers. WCID sources water from the same area as Corpus Christi, which recently agreed to supply more water due to rising river solids.
We got to get to the source. We've never had this issue before, and we got to find out where this is coming from. I mean, we've never had this before.
Corpus Christi says their tests stay below EPA limits, but drought conditions could impact water quality for both systems. They're watching the situation closely. Our senior neighborhood news reporter Suzanne Stevens is staying on top of this story. Suzanne covers water stories that impact every neighborhood. If you have a tip or story idea for her, scan the QR code on your screen. You can get in touch with Suzanne directly right here. Well, it's time for a first look outside. We bring in Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Steph, any chance that we might see some rain?
You know, today is Groundhog Day, and while, yes, we are interested to know if there's any more winter, I think that's the more popular question. So here are some facts about Punxsutawney Phil on this day. In case you didn't know, this is who we're going to for our forecast. Our climate outlook today is the largest member of the squirrel family. He's just under 2 feet tall, 20 pounds, lifespan of 3 to 6 years, and he's about 39%. If you factor in last year, about 35% correct. So I guess it's a good thing that whether winter is going to persist or not here in South Texas isn't the more popular question, because I don't know if this would be the guy to go to, but he is cute. As far as pluvious Phil, perhaps, we want to know, are we going to get more rain across South Texas? The sky's looking kind of gloomy out there. Along the coast, there has been some moisture, a few little showers, and we're starting to see some indications of that down in Kennedy County, but I wouldn't hope too much for meaningful rainfall. I'll tell you what is more likely in your 7-day forecast ahead.
Alrighty, thank you, Steph. Well, today was your last chance to register to vote for the March primaries. Here are some other important days you need to know. The last day to apply for a mail ballot is February 20th. Early voting runs from February 17th to February 27th. Election day is March 3rd. For more information, head to our website, christv.com.
February 2nd is Dia de la Candelaria for the Mexican Catholic community. I'm Jada Jenkins, and I'll show you how neighbors are celebrating the tradition.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
February 2nd marks a meaningful celebration for those in the Mexican Catholic community. I'm your Uptown Neighborhood News reporter, Jada Jenkins, taking you inside Dia de la Candelaria, also known as Candlemas. Dia de la Candelaria has been celebrated for centuries and takes place 40 days after Christmas. The holiday commemorates the presentation of baby Jesus in the temple, a moment that symbolizes purification and dedication in the Catholic faith. Today, the tradition lives on in Mexican communities through the blessing of candles, representing Christ as the light of the world. I visited Sacred Heart Catholic Church on Comanche Street, where parishioners gathered to take part in the Mass celebration. I asked them what the significance of the candle is.
More significant than most people realize. They're just an ongoing prayer from the time you light them till the time they go out. And it's just a real blessing to understand that that's the light of Christ. So when you see a candle, that's Jesus, and that's his light, his word.
For many, the blessed candles serve as a reminder of faith and hope long after the celebration ends. The day also marks the official close of the Christmas season and continues a beloved tradition tied to Three Kings Day, where those who found the baby Jesus in the Rasca de Reyes now share tamales and atole with family and friends. And for those of you who found the baby Jesus in the Rasca de Reyes, it's officially time for you to pay up in tamales. In Corpus Christi, I'm your Uptown Neighborhood News reporter, Jada Jenkins, Chris 6 News.
It's not about what you're wearing, it's about what you're not wearing. I'm Drew Bishop, and I'm going to tell you why the island is celebrating Mardi Gras madness all month long.
All right, this is probably the greenest we'll see the radar this week. Unfortunately, we have a cold front that's going to be coming through here probably in about the next 48 or so hours, Tuesday night into Wednesday. And I think most of that rain is just going to stay right to our north. The Victoria Crossroads, that's about it. Kind of like what's happening now, where this is just off our coast. It really is a tease to see this rain so near yet so far, and it would be great if we could get some to accumulate across our neighborhoods. However, the atmosphere is just not being so kind on this Monday. I do think as we head into the next couple of months with an overall shift in the climate pattern, the big weather picture, that could help some wetter weather patterns come to South Texas. But as we continue to track rain chances, this is going to be another one where it looks more promising than the ground truth. But something that is definitely panning out, maybe not the dark clouds, the shaky on our camera. The first community bank camera sits atop the USS Lexington, and so that's where we get that movement. And yeah, you can tell those winds are picking up this afternoon. It's as that rain goes off the coast of us, we have things starting to come together ahead of our cold front that we're getting this wind, but it's at least warmer out right now. We're looking at 70s on the board right now with a few 60s for coastal neighborhoods that tend to be a little cooler anyways. So a nice rebound from a chilly weekend. We still have some chilly mornings ahead, but at least the afternoons are going to continue to be pleasant. In fact, let's check in with our neighbors in Beeville. We're splitting the difference, 69 off Hilltop Road, 70 from our Beeville neighborhood station there. And overall, a nice evening ahead of us if you don't mind the wind. So as those gloomy clouds start to clear out from west to east, let's take a look at the bigger weather picture and try to find our cold front. It is just starting to get together in the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle, so it'll be here probably later on Tuesday night, really coming in during that overnight period early on Wednesday. And so as it kind of skirts across Texas, there will be some rain with it, a few showers, and some of them may come to the coastal bend. I think most of that rain, though, unfortunately, is going to be closer to the Houston area and really go as far south as maybe the Victoria Crossroads. A stray shower, not out of the question for us very early on Wednesday morning, but most of us going to miss out on it because we'll probably be sleeping. But a more positive part of the forecast, here's our dog walking forecast star. Tito, he's looking so beautiful. We got the self-care going on here with, I know what the headband is for. So this beautiful pitty is probably looking to go for a walk today. We could take a little longer. It's going to be warmer out here with the clouds helping temperatures slowly work down into the 60s, though maybe a sweater with that 15-mile-per-hour wind, right? But still, generally nice weather as we head through tonight. How about tomorrow? We're not looking too bad there either. I think warmer temperatures could help us get to 80 degrees in a few neighborhoods. It is still going to be a breezy one, but that south wind is the key to the forecast. The south wind is going to help propel those temperatures up to really make it feel more spring-like out there than winter. But as far as the rain goes, here's what I'm talking about. Really not anticipating a whole lot as we head into Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. So if you find yourself with a quick shower by that time, consider yourself lucky. Over the next 7 days, again, we're moving away from that winter-like pattern. There are still a few chilly mornings in the forecast, but we've got much better weather on the way.
Fat Friday is over, and the big parade is weeks away. But Padre Island is making Barefoot Mardi Gras a month-long celebration. I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Drew Bishop. February is a big month for Padre Island businesses, and here's why.
While shooting my story on the beach, I ran into some curious neighbors.
How you folks doing?
Greg and Colleen Wallach have lived here on Padre Island for a year and a half, but have never heard of Barefoot Mardi Gras.
Does that interest you?
The businesses will be able to take advantage. It'd be very good to bring in crowds and people from out of town and bring some business. So yeah, we're all for it.
I would think that it's probably just a lot of fun for people too, not just good for businesses.
Those familiar with the event agree.
So much fun. I got to get a kiss from the king a couple of years ago. He was parked outside my condo unit waiting for the parade to start. Kissed me on the cheek.
The Padre Island Business Association took over Barefoot Mardi Gras 12 years ago. Since then, they've grown a small beach parade into a month-long event that benefits neighbors, businesses, and local organizations.
The island community itself has really embraced the opportunity to come together and offer all of these fun things to do for somebody who wants to come and spend a month doing Mardi Gras-themed things.
From Cajun cooking classes to karaoke, there are 11 Mardi Gras-themed events on the island throughout February, with a savings pass that offers discounts for neighbors getting into the New Orleans spirit.
Last year is when we actually decided to make it as a season as a whole instead of just a couple events here and there and then the parade at the end.
A portion of the money raised also goes to local charities.
Our charities are the Firefighters Care Foundation, the Corpus Christi Police Foundation, and then the Texas Sea Life Center.
It's all an effort to line Padre Island with more business and more beads this month.
We sit on the beach in our bare feet and watch the people go by.
For a full list of events happening this month, you can visit our website, christv.com. On Padre Island, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Drew Bishop, Chris 6 News.
All right, Drew, thank you so much. And for those who don't know, Drew is our new Padre Island reporter. If you'd like to reach out to him for a story tip, take your phone out and scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you directly where you can go ahead and get in touch with him right there.
It's Punxsutawneyville!
When the Groundhog comes out to play, you know what that means. It's Groundhog Day. After the break, we'll tell you what he predicted. Welcome back. The Dr. Clotilde P. Garcia Library invites you to a cinematic celebration of Black History Month. This morning, the library kicked off its Black History Month Monday morning movie. The film series will showcase 3 movies that remember and Black historical figures and the role they've played in our community and across the U.S. Today's feature was the 2007 film The Great Debater, starring Denzel Washington. If you missed today's movie, there are 2 more coming up. The library will screen 2016's Hidden Figures on Monday, February 16th. On February 23rd, you can catch a screening of 42. That's the 2013 release, which is about the life of baseball legend Jackie Robinson. Showtimes is 11 a.m. and popcorn is on the house. Well, did you know animals have been giving weather predictions long before satellites and apps? Well, in Europe, people looked to bears and badgers, but in Pennsylvania, American settlers trusted the groundhog. The first official Groundhog Day was in 1887 in Punxsutawney, marking the halfway point between winter and spring. Every February 2nd, thousands gather to see Punxsutawney Phil, the world's most famous weather predicting groundhog. If he sees his shadow and runs back into his burrow, that means 6 more weeks of winter. So what was the prediction today?
That there is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound.
Well, the tradition is carried on by Punxsutawney's Groundhog Club Inner Circle, a group of local dignitaries in top hats and tails who make sure the legend lives on. Well, we've heard of groundhogs, but what about rhinos? In Milwaukee, their county zoo rhino predicted in early spring. Rhino Kianga predicted cloudy skies and an early spring forecast. The zoo's groundhog, Gordy, died in 2023. Since then, the zoo has tapped other animals to serve as a predictor on Groundhog Day. All right, Steph, so what do you like best, the groundhog or the rhino?
You know, I like that the rhino had those cool pictures. It makes it a little more clear for everybody. But
Yeah.
I mean, all this talk as to whether it's going to be cold, warm, I don't think that's really a priority for us here in South Texas. So let's start a new thing. We're going to look for pluvious fill here on Bird Island, the view from the CCAC camera. There is a little bit of science tied to this. When we tend to see a lot of birds out this way, it can be a sign of wetter patterns because there's a little more food availability. The weather is more amenable for them to be roosting. So let's hope that continues to be the case. We've had a couple showers off the coast, so maybe there's truth to it, but probably just a few stray showers as we head into very early Wednesday morning.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. We will see you here at 6 o'clock. Good night.
Bye.